Good day, friends. It's Chris, and on this video, you know it, it's day 5 of our Inktober, and the prompt is deer. Dear oh dear. Now, at first, I didn't know that we had actually deers here in the Philippines. We actually have endemic species of deers here, which means that these are exclusive breeds of the population of deers here in the Philippines, and one of which is that I'm drawing today, and it is the Visayan Spotted Deer. So I'll shift you now to voiceover mode. Ink blots is still here, and I'm gonna use the ink blots every now and then to create some ink washes this Inktober. But of course, after several days of relying a lot on the Borealis blank ink washes for depth of the drawing and main subject, this time around I just want to focus on using my brush inks and probably use ink washes for the background. Okay, that's my challenge for today. I'm going to limit the the depth of the main focus using the pens only, and then ink washes exclusively for the background for this time. All right, let's shift you now to voiceover. So welcome to my voiceover. Today's prompt is simply deer, and I could have drawn a common deer that you can just simply find on Pinterest, but based on my readings and researches in preparation for this prompt, I just found out that we actually have several species of deer that is endemic here in our country. For deer, I chose to draw this Visayan Spotted Deer, or the Rosa alfredi, and it is known as the Philippine Spotted Deer. This isn't your average deer because it has short legs, compact, and easily distinguished by a striking A pattern of beige spots across its brown coat. In this drawing, I tried to capture the cautious nature and the expression on the face, and while I think that I did okay when it comes to the face, the way that I drew for using ink pens was an honest struggle. I guess I was so used to using colored pencils in the past that I thought that the same techniques that I used to do with colored pencils would also apply here, but the media of ink and pen is very different from what I'm used to. So it was a challenge, but I learned a lot in making this mess of a drawing. And spoiler alert, the final drawing is not the best that I've made, but honestly, I had so much fun, and the discovery of preparing for this research is very, very eye-opening. So the Visayan spotted deer is one of the 4 endemic species of deers found in the Philippines. By endemic, it means that it doesn't live anywhere else in the world except for our 7,000 islands here in our country. So aside from the Rusa alfredi, we also have here now a Rusa mariana, which is widespread among the islands of Luzon and Mindanao. We also have here now the Calamian deer, which is located in Palawan. Then we also have here our 4th species. It's not necessarily a deer, but it is a small hoofed animal that is chunked along with the species of deer, and it's just about a size of a large rabbit, and it's now the Philippine mouse deer, or the Tragulus nigricans. Yeah, let me say that again. Tragulus nigricans. The existence of these 4 distinct species highlight the Philippines' significance as a global biodiversity hotspot. So why focusing on these animals today? Because of a call to urgent conservation. The Visayan spotted deer, which I drew today, is classified as endangered by the IUCN. They are essentially restricted to less than 5% of their original habitat. The Calamian deer is also endangered along with the Philippine brown deer. The Philippine brown deer is close to being endangered, and it is marked as vulnerable. The biggest villain in this story is actually habitat loss. Massive deforestation across the Visayan Islands and Palawan has stripped these deers of their homes, coupled with illegal hunting or poaching. their population has been devastated. Drawing an animal like this is my way of raising alarm, and every line of ink is a reminder of the losing of trees and forests and even the creatures themselves due to human expansion and negligence. Beyond the environmental crisis, the deer holds a place in Philippine folklore and symbolism. In many indigenous cultures across the country, the deer is often seen as a spirit of the forest, a symbol of gentleness, swiftness, and elusive beauty. The fact that these animals are now so rare makes the symbolism even more poignant. They are a tangible link to our wild and untamed past. To lose them is not just to lose a species, but to lose a piece of Philippine soul that connects us directly to the natural world of our islands. Protecting the habitat is a matter of protecting our national identity and the ecological balance in our forest. So my piece this day 5 of Inktober is a plea to conservation. It's an act of respect for creatures that call our archipelago home. I encourage everyone to look up conservation programs in the Philippines working to protect these species, such as those based in Panay and Negros Islands. A simple act of awareness can spark a wider conversation. So, friends, tell me in the comments, have you ever seen any of these magnificent Philippine deers? And if you live elsewhere, can you tell me how do deers differ from the different deers that we have that are endemic in our country? Because I know that first off, ours here in the Philippines is much smaller than the ones in Northern America, which I think is more common. Let me know also, have you tried to meet and pet a deer before? I hope that you had, and I hope that those deers are more free than the ones that are there in zoos. So, yeah, let's talk about the drawing process that I'm now trying to do. So, I was a bit heavy handed and I failed to dilute the ink. It went darker than I thought. It was black, pitch black, guys. I just wanted a light gray wash that I could feather out, and this is what happened. So yeah, I tried to dull the color by adding gray colored pencils over it, and when the paper dried, it was not crisp and flat, and there were these bumps which made it even more difficult. So I think I'm going to take a day or two off from drawing first and try to refocus and rehash how I approach my ink drawing. So this, dear friends, is the output, and please do be gentle in the comments because this is not my magnum opus. But at least I had fun drawing and, more importantly, researching on the topic at hand, which is the deer. So, dear oh dear, I hope that you guys are doing much better for day 5 of your Inktober than me. Alright, friends, this is my final drawing for deer. So, I don't know what happened to the background. I said I was not gonna rely so much on the ink, and this time around it just went haywire, and that's okay. I think it's just one of those days, 2 days in a row in fact, that I don't feel like I did very well for my ink drawings, and I'm trusting the process. I think this is now time wherein eventually learning will come, and I know what I want now. I know how the media works better, and hopefully on the next videos I'll do better. So there's that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, week, month, year, and as always, I wish you all the love and, of course, peace. Take care, everybody.